complaints that every shop has is the guys don't want to work with aluminum simply for one reason. You've got to pre-treat the aluminum, you've got to clean it, you've got to do everything with it. So with this, you don't have to. So check this out. So we're just going to put some of the flux. It's a powdered flux. We're just going to put some of the flux on the surface area that we want to work with. Melt it on there, and it will decontaminate the entire surface area that we're working with, right? Now the great thing about this is I can actually treat any kind of aluminum, any thickness of aluminum, and be able to get a fix. And we'll say this is going to take me 2 minutes to be able to do this. And all I'm going to do is just simply watch how this flows. So pretty. And you can tap it, thread it, drill it, plate it, paint it, polish it. Anything you can do to the parent metal, you can do to that deposit right there. And that will give you a 30,000 PSI bond. Stronger than the parent metal, right? Now that's just aluminum. Now as you saw, as I was doing, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but that all I did was add the deposit right here, and it carried all the way from left to right and entirely from front to back. Which means that it's that capillary flow, that fillet weld, that full penetration. That's specifically for aluminum, and we're selling this here whether you've got AC lines that need to be fixed or radiators. Super, super easy to use our product to do that. As well as we're also doing the multi-metal solder. And this is specifically for dissimilar metals, such as this is brass and aluminum, and I can give you a 20,000 PSI bond to these two metals, totally dissimilar metals that I can bond it to. So this was aluminum, we did a butt weld here, and that right there is a 30,000 PSI bond, and it's hot as can be right now. So I want to get that off of there. I won't get that off of there, I guess. All right, so let's do this. Let me get rid of this one. And I'll show you. So this is brass and aluminum, and all I'm going to do, you can grab me another one of the red, please. Let me put a little bit of a flux. It's a different type of flux. I can work with pot metal, pewter. I can even bond to lead. Two totally dissimilar metals. This is brass and aluminum, stainless steel, galvanized steel, pewter. I can bond to lead at a very, very low temperature. So what this is I can use a heat gun to be able to do this, but I'm going to use propane. And we're going to turn it way down, right about the same, about 350 degrees, about the temperature my wife bakes cookies at. Yeah, so we're just going to heat up the parent metal, and when we heat up the parent metal, you'll see it'll start to activate the flux. The flux will boil like that, right? But it's not ready until you see it turn a caramel color, and then that tells you when it hits that caramel color. Okay, you'll see it in just a second. There it goes. As it starts to turn that caramel color like that, remove the heat, and all we're going to do, watch this. I'll just lay the rod in there nicely, just like this.
Can you put horseshoe nails together with that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we're working with pot metal, right, we can continue to braze just with the residual heat, fill in the holes, etc., right, and continue to work with this. Just with that heat, and we can continue to build up in areas if we wanted to, and continue. And we'll let that, we'll actually let that calm down itself, because those two metals shouldn't be together in the first place. Here's the thing. That'll be a 20,000 PSI bond, and then it brings us to the last product at the show that we're working with. Any one of these products, when you're working with them, heat transfers. And if the heat is transferring, you've got to stop it. If you've got a painted surface and you don't want it to chip or crack, or you've got glass or plastics on the other side, I'm going to just put the cool blue on the one side. Okay? Now hold on to this for me, Theo. Now remember, this is steel. Steel transfers heat like crazy, right? So let's heat it up a little bit. And the cool blue will stop the transfer of heat down in just that little section there, and it's just on the top of the steel. We'll get it hot, hot, hot. You only need one jar of the cool blue in your shop, and look at that. Now watch, we can go as far up as you want. Underneath the blue, it's still cold as ice. So that still stops the heat on one side. Put it in the water, reintroduce it back into the jar. You'll never have to use it another jar, buy another jar from us again. So here at the show, we want to get our products in your shop. We know you'll use them. The Alloy 5 is for aluminum only. So it's the blue, right, with the accompanying flux. Okay? The alloy 1 with the liquid flux. These are normally $89 per kit on our website. Okay? This is $89. We're going to give you these here at the show for $237, and we're going to throw in an extra set of the aluminum rods for free with the flux. And then because we got a whole bunch of the 2-pound jars on accident, we'll throw in an extra, we'll throw the 2-pound jars with you instead of the normal one. So you're getting over $100 worth of free material if you pick it up here at the show.
Is the blue the one just for steel?
This is just for aluminum. This would be for steel and any other combination of materials like we talked about. Okay? So if you guys want it, we want it in your shops. We know that you'll use it. We know you'll continue to use it. You'll find all